2011 Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show in Daytona Beach, Florida. We're talking to Chris Richardson from LA Speed Shop. He's brought us a second freestyle class bike, and this is actually a customer's bike that customer is let Chris bring in for the show. So let's talk about that, Chris.
This was a good guy. His name was Craig McMillan. He's a good friend of mine. He's from New Mexico. He had came out to California for a trip and went into Harley Davidson. And some of the guys at Harley Davidson in Glendale I'm friends with. So they turned him towards me, and he came in, and I've been friends with him ever since. I've built 2 bikes for him. He loves the way I do things. He loves my style. And it's actually great because he basically lets me do what I want. He might have a little input on paint, but he just says, hey, I love what you do, just do what you like to do. It's not too often that you get customers like that. Customers always want to have an input, which is good, but it's nice whenever you have free reign to do what you want.
Yeah, most builders would love to have a customer like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Let's start from the beginning. What was your inspiration on this?
My inspiration was like a dirt track style mixed with a little bit of board track skinniness and things like that. I wanted to mix that, and this is what basically came out with a wild paint job, though.
What were you trying to accomplish with this build?
I was trying to accomplish something different than what anybody else was doing. It's kind of like a broken record on a lot of these bikes. Everybody does the same thing over and over and over. I wanted to change it up and do something different than anybody else is. So, and this is what turned out on the bike whenever I was finished.
Let's talk about the fabrication. Let's start at the front end.
The front end is a old H&H of Hollywood front end. It was a lot longer. I shortened it up to make the stance a lot lower. The front wheel is a 21, laced onto a star hub. The handlebars and the top tree I made custom, they're all one. The gas tank is a Sportster style gas tank that I cut up and narrowed and retunneled. The motor is an original 1953 panhead motor that a buddy of mine, Matt Griffith, had rebuilt for me. The main controls I made with Anderson pegs. The tranny is a stock 1953 4-speed transmission. The frame has not been modified. The seat pan was made, and then my buddy Pascal at Riff Raff Leather does all my seats. He does an excellent job on leather. He's ranked pretty high up there. The rear fender is a bait style round fender. It's a 5-inch fender. The sissy bar I made. The pipes are Paco pipes.
What about the rear rim?
Oh, the rear rim is a 19-inch front rim also that's laced up to a star hub.
And what about the brake?
It's a rear mechanical brake. It's stock rear mechanical. It's a foot clutch with a jockey shift.
And no front brake?
And no front brakes. I never put any front brakes on any of my bikes.
Now, you said that was did you say that was a stock 53 panhead?
Yes.
Or it was a panhead, but not stock?
80 cubic inch panhead, 1953.
So basically it's just been freshened up then?
Yeah, just rebuilt. It's just been rebuilt.
Let's talk about paint.
My painter again, Casey at Headcase Custom Art, did an excellent job along with Danny D. He's He's out of Covina, excellent pinstriper. He's really known for his lowrider paint jobs and pinstriping. And Danny D actually pinstriped some of it, and then Casey actually finished pinstriping the rest. But it is, let's start with the front end. The front end is a micro flake silver with a green candy and a lime green pinstripe all down the front of the Springer. And then as you come along the gas tank, or the frame actually, you can see the frame is shaded darker, so it has highlights of dark green through the frame at the end, at the neck, at the bottom of the castings, and then also at the top of the tank in the front. And then you have the microflake green panels with the light green is lace. It's all like woman's lace in there, along with the lime green and black pinstripe. The frame is a microflake with a green candy, and also this pattern follows onto the back fender as the gas tank.
What companies were instrumental in getting your bike finished?
Custom Chrome, Head Case Custom Art, Berto at Mobile Custom Wiring, Matt Griffith, and Pascal at Riff Raff Leather. They all played a big part on getting all my bikes done. They always did.
Who would you like to thank on this bike?
I would like to thank Craig McMillan. I'd like to thank Berto. I'd like to thank Casey, Pascal, Matt. I'd even like to thank my parents. They drove cross country to get these bikes out here. So I'd really like to thank them.
If somebody'd like to get a hold of you, Chris, how would they do that?
You can get a hold of me at either Chris at LA Speed Shop or laspeedshop.com.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.